Hello everybody and welcome back to Tech Yeah, the channel where we check out just really cool stuff in technology. I hate to say that this is a computer channel because it is not a computer channel, but today what we are going to do is show you how you can get the best value out of a little bit of money when building a computer. Alright, so there before you watch the intro, I talked about getting the best value for a little bit of money when it comes to building a computer, and that is 100% possible to do. You just have to kind of do your due diligence. But one thing that absolutely will not help you save any money is spending hours upon hours upon hours upon hours flipping through eBay listings, flipping through Amazon postings. Now, you definitely can do that, but chances are you're just going to spend a lot of time going through posts, scrolling, and then by the time you're done, did you really end up in your cart with what you first set out to build? Chances are probably not, and if you're just starting, who knows? So please do your due diligence. Type in how to build a computer into the search bar in YouTube. Maybe even type in building a budget PC or building a computer on a budget. There are several different things that you can type in. The YouTube algorithm will help you, I promise. So give that a try first. You'll save yourself a huge headache. The best thing you can do is just get into actually building computers. What we have here, we actually had components on hand. We had a Ryzen 5 CPU sitting here. We've had a few GPUs sitting here. So really all we needed to complete a system were a few basic things. We needed a hard drive, some RAM, a motherboard, and a power supply. And obviously a case to tie it all together. So we have done all that. We've kind of pre-prepped a few things here. This is not the video that is here to show you exactly how to build a computer. We may learn a few things from watching the video, but there are plenty of guides. I would have to encourage you to watch the Linus Tech Tips Ultimate Guide to Building a PC because they put a lot of work into that video and it's going to stand the test of time. A lot of things in that video are relevant. If you're watching this and you have no idea what I'm talking about, that'll be in a link in the video description. Anyways, moving on. A lot of people have often asked me, how it is that I have so many computers in my house. I have a gaming PC for every one of my kids. And then besides that, the TV upstairs in my son's room is ran on a computer. I have a computer out here running my smart home. I have computers everywhere, and a lot of people might look at that and think that I have some kind of money, and I really just do not have that kind of money. There are reasons which I am actually making a personal vlog about. You'll have to stay tuned for that one. There are reasons why that I'm not the richest person right now, but I digress. Anyways, there's a lot of reasons why people don't have money. My reasons are irrelevant, your reasons are irrelevant, and the reasons why we're looking to save money is probably relevant. I think everybody just wants to make sure that they get the most out of the dollar that they spend, and if you're like me, you can really get lost in just all of the options. And so I would encourage you, if you're interested in building computers at all, to just start doing it. And trust me, the stuff will come. You'll get processors, you'll get graphics cards, you'll get so many things. Some of it might even be useless until down the road when you realize that things like sleeper PCs are becoming a thing and you have a whole shelf full of old computer cases. So I mean, sometimes these things kind of cancel each other out. Your situation may be different, but I would encourage you to at least give it a shot. Alright, so with all the talking stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and actually getting into putting these parts together. One of the very first things that if you've watched any how to build a computer video in the last 10 years is that you want to put these parts together. A lot of people recommend doing it on top of the motherboard box. In cases, that's a really good advice. It's the exact shape of your motherboard, and you can put it in such a way where you can get all the components put together on your motherboard box and test everything. We're not going to do that. We're actually use my little test bench over here and get everything put together on here. So why don't we go ahead and montage it up a little bit of putting everything on the test bench. Ooh, that was crunchy. Did you hear that? Those are some crunchy ram slots. They're kind of, I feel like they need oiled or something. Now, we put everything on the bench and we powered it up and we got posts, so we know the machine is good. Now we need to do the actual labor part of any computer build, and that's the case that you're gonna put it into. And I actually have something a little special. I'm gonna actually take a minute to figure out the exact model number of this case, because according to the manufacturer, it's the coolest computer case ever manufactured. So we'll look into those outrageous claims. Brian and I don't think so, but you'll have to be the judge. So, all right. So this Musetex, are we saying that right? I'm not sure. So this Musetex ATX PC case with 6 ... R computer gaming cases Y4 HS7. What? The link will be below. They say it's the coolest case ever. We'll build a computer in it and we'll see. How many more words and adjectives can we add to our Amazon post listing? I can see, I guess, why they're calling this the coolest computer case. Anyways, this here is, they claim to be the coolest computer case. I really do like the mesh front panel. I really wish that it was a little longer though. Try to get the video here to do this a little justice here. We'll actually have Brian pick up the other camera and kind of give this a better shot, so you can kind of get an idea of the scope here, of the length of it. It's not that long. We have a short stubby graphics card as it is, and if we put this back here, we can kind of see that, especially if we were going for a larger build with the radiator in the front, that you really just don't have the extra space. And this is a single fan GTX 1060 that we're putting in here. So I think to call it the coolest computer case ever built, that you would at least want to be able to put a 3070 or 3080 triple fan in here, or even a 3060 triple fan. I doubt you're getting into here. Not very well anyways. So yeah, Brian says no. He has a triple fan 3060 and he's pretty confident that it's not going in here. So there's more peels. It's not a very strong magnet.
I mean, it's also sitting down. You
Okay.
want to do that sitting though.
Yeah. Well, see, one of the reasons they said that this was the coolest computer case ever, and I guess one of the features that, as a computer builder, I have to give them some credit to it. It does feel a little better. I just wonder over time if you'll need to switch those magnets out, because magnets lose their magnetism over time. I wasn't sure if people are aware of that fact or not. It's just something inherent with magnets, unless of course it's an electromagnet, but still probably 5 or 10 years from now, might have an issue where this tends to do one of these numbers on its own. But it does look like it would be fairly straightforward to replace whatever. Yeah, here's the magnets. You could probably even put your own setup on here, put some neodymium magnets on here and make it just a little, yeah, I would put some neodymium magnets on here for me personally if I was going to use this as my personal rig. It shuts and it has a good bit of resistance, but still not as much resistance as I would like. I'd rather just be able to screw it shut at that point, really. I don't want to have to worry about it coming open, especially in transit. I wonder if it comes off that hinge. I gotta give you props there, Musatex. At least you thought about what, you know, while it's being built, because obviously you don't want all that pressure on that hinge. So it's removable at least, which is cool enough. So I guess if it gives you too much trouble, you just take it the hell off, but then you're missing a side panel on your computer. That actually can be a problem, especially if airflow is your concern. If you want to have a positive pressure in the case to where air is getting forced out that's getting drawn in, you gotta have that side panel on there. It actually surprises a lot of people when they go to remove it and it doesn't help them with thermal throttling at all. And that's because now the air doesn't have anywhere to go, just kind of sits around and stale. So
To go.
all right. So there you have it. In just a few steps, you can get yourself a computer put together. The main thing that helps is just getting into building them. Once you've built a few machines, trust me, you will have parts laying around as people get to understand that you are doing this. And once you get enough people that understand that you do it well, trust me, everything else will kind of fall in place. So now that we have the machine all put together, we're gonna go ahead and slap windows on it. We're gonna throw some games on here. We'll go ahead and get into some of the benchmarks and numbers for this machine. All right, we got to stop the video right here a little bit for just a second. I was gonna go into a whole spiel about what was in this computer and that you would have a chance to buy it on my website, but a family member was in need of a computer, so they actually kind of ended up getting the PC even before we had a chance to slap any software on it, test any games or anything. I can confidently say that the machine is working really well. I ended up selling it to my brother just for what I had in the components. So he's happy with the computer. It's working really, really well for him. So I just wanted to kind of stop the video here a little bit before it gets further in and somebody thinks that I'm going to show you exactly how well this computer performed. So it's a real computer for a real person. So it got built and it got delivered to that customer and they are satisfied with this. So stick around on the channel. We're definitely going to have more computer builds in the future. Your support is very much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one.